And that growth program, is there any like major key takeaways or things that you've held on to and you're like, oh wow, if we didn't go through that growth program, we wouldn't have found out about that or we wouldn't have thought about that?
They kind of force you to pick this like one metric and kind of get everybody aligned behind that metric, and then run these like weekly growth meetings where you're basically looking at like, how did we move that metric? And like, what are we doing next week to move that metric, and just holding everybody accountable for their piece of moving that one thing forward. So that actually was really good. There's a lot of focus, I think, that we got out of it. And I think that like the one thing that taught me, possibly more than anything else, was that like I knew that I needed to be really focused going into this. I knew that was going to be like the most important piece of success. I totally underestimated how hard that was. And like over and over and over again, like using kind of their program sort of keeps getting us like back on track. And it is still hard to stay focused. Like no matter how much I know that we have to stay focused on that, it's still hard, and it's still like a struggle to do that. So that was a lot harder than I expected.
And then what do you find are the biggest distractions for you today with regards to staying on track with that one metric?
Oh, it's everything. Well, the thing is, like, I heard somebody, I don't know where I heard this, but this it made me laugh when I heard it, and then when I realized it was true and we were living it, like I really was laughing hysterically. But I heard somebody say, like, when you're an idea person, right? You come up with ideas, and usually companies are started by idea people, right? They have ideas, and usually they don't just have one; they've got like 1,000, right? And so you take like a founder who's like an idea person, and usually they connect with other idea people, right? And pretty soon you have all these ideas, and then what you do is you think like, okay, we just landed some funding, right? This is great because we're going to hire a whole bunch of people, and now we can actually execute on this. And your natural inclination is to go find these like exceptionally smart people, and you bring them into the organization, and guess what? They have ideas, like more ideas than they have like bandwidth to do them. So the ideas don't actually get executed, and you don't feel like your list of things is getting smaller. It just explodes. And that's that sort of focus piece, because you keep hearing these like amazing ideas all the time, and when you're together, they just multiply. Right. And it's really hard to just stay focused and not try to change what you're doing, and not what you're focused on, which is that one metric that matters for us.
So if I could summarize the distraction, it's really when you get a group of smart people together, they can't help themselves from ideating as opposed to staying fixated on the one metric.
Absolutely. You just do that all the time.